Hey there, everybody. Let me talk to you. I just want to give y'all an update. It's a health-related update. We're about 10 and a half days through, a little more than that, through this fast. I do not feel good. I'm genuinely concerned for my health and my well-being. I've done some research. There's a chance it's just related to dehydration. I probably don't drink enough water. Generally speaking, when I go to work, I bring two 18-ounce stainless steel tumblers full of ice water and my Element electrolytes that I use. If I feel like I might need more than that, I also buy the Element pre-made cans, which is the same amount of electrolytes that you would get in a packet. So at most, I'm drinking two of those and a can a day. That's only about 50, 50 ounces. There you go. 50 ounces of water. About 50 ounces of water. That's probably not enough. I started this at 238 pounds. I'm currently down to 216 based on my weigh-in this morning. It's probably not enough water for somebody my size. I thought maybe because I'm fairly sedentary because I'm in the truck driving all day that I don't need that much. It's not like I'm sweating or anything. Plus, driving truck all day, I don't want to have to stop and go to the bathroom if I don't have to. So I generally keep my liquid consumption to a minimum. That might be a problem. So today, for example, I brought a big thermos of ice water. Plus, last night when I got home, I had a big tumbler of ice water that I took to bed with me, and still I didn't even drink half of it, probably. So I'm gonna see if maybe between today and tomorrow, if I can get these symptoms to back off, then we'll keep pushing forward. But this is getting kind of scary for me now. I've already been through issues with blood pressure, and I worked really hard to get off of my blood pressure medication because I just generally don't want to live on drugs. Yesterday, for example, when I got home, I got out. I have a blood pressure machine, just a basic one from Walgreens. They're not like the best, but it at least gives you an idea. It gives you just a general idea of where you're at. Now, my blood pressure generally would be somewhere in the ballpark of like 130 over 80. That's about my norm. When my blood pressure issues started, I was getting into like the mid 140s and up to the 90s and up. So for me, that was high. And then when it was really bad, it was up in the 150s over the 110s, which, if you know anything about blood pressure, that's too much. So I checked last night when I got home. First time I checked, I was 159 over 91. So that, of course, gave me some concern. I gave it a couple minutes to try it again, and then I was 140. I believe I was 144 over 86. I think that's right, which is still too high. Also, pretty much all this week, it's Thursday now, pretty much all this week, any kind of real stress has gotten my heart rate jacked up in kind of a scary way. I'm not like I'm not a fit guy, but I'm also not like an unfit guy. I've worked out on and off most of my life. And so just a very minimal amount of effort tasks jacking my heart rate up from being in probably in the 80s, the low 80s baseline, resting heart rate, up to like 140 just out of nowhere. That's not normal. So basically that's what's going on. I want to keep y'all informed. So I'm going to keep trying to get myself hydrated. It's hard because I'm not really thirsty, and it kind of feels like my stomach's just shrunk too. So just continuing to consume water, it's challenging. It's like trying to eat when you're already full. But we're gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna give it my all today and tomorrow. And if nothing's changed, I'm going to break my fast tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, which would be that would be 12 full days completed of this fast, which is still 5 days longer than I've ever done before. So that's still crazy in my mind, even though I've seen people that do 21-day fast and 40-day fast. And I mentioned Kevin James before in another video where he went 41 and a half days to get himself in shape for Here Comes the Boom. But I didn't come into this thing the right way. I came in right after Thanksgiving, no prep, and not in the best shape. I haven't worked out in a while. I'm sure my cardiovascular health is not great. So for those of you that are thinking about fasting, I recommend do a little fasting prep. It's not something I'm super well versed on, but you can look into it. It's basically just changing your eating habits for a few days before you go into it, to kind of give your body a better chance to adjust. Also, maybe spend a little time working on your cardiovascular health before you do it. Make sure that your heart's okay. They always say, if you've got prior conditions, whatever, consult with your doctor before blah, blah, blah. Kind of wish I had now, because if 12 days is it, I'm going to be disappointed. In that first week, I was like, or at least a couple days, I was like, I feel great. I can do 4 days, no problem. This is going to be a piece of cake. I was going to cut it off at 40 days just because anything longer than that sounded like it wasn't going to be just a good idea in general. But even if I couldn't do 40, I thought 21. I'm like, that's not crazy. But this week's been very eye-opening. Yep. So that's what I got for you guys today. I just want to keep you updated on what's going on with me and this fasting journey and my health and what's going on in my brain. And I guess we'll see how the rest of the day and tomorrow goes. And either I'm going to keep on going or I'm going to have a video letting you guys know that it's over. Either way, thank you for your support. I look forward to continuing whatever I decide to do with this. And y'all have a wonderful day. And don't forget, guys, who is your daddy?